Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, sit. Welcome. A few months ago, when Charles was giving us his speech on Rooney Rage, I looked around the room and noticed the number of new Canadians in the room. Not just those that had come from overseas, but those who were born after 1970. I felt so fortunate that I had arrived in Canada at the time when Pierre Berton's stories were being read over the radio and discussed by the media. Prior to coming to Canada, I knew 4 things about it. 1, General Wolfe and the army creeping up the back of a cliff, while the French looked the other way and Canada joined the British Empire. 2, praise the vast crisp and world's great grasslands. 3, the Rocky Mountains, one of the world's great ranges. And 4, Niagara Falls, one of the world's great waterfalls. If you had asked me at that time to draw a map of Canada, Vancouver Island would not have been on it. Pierre Berton's stories changed my perception of Canada and gave me a great insight into its history. He has a large volume of work, and I will touch on just a few. Vimy Ridge, a defining event in the Canadian saga, has been addressed by Charles. To this I will add 4 Victoria crossings worldwide. The books, The National Dream and The Last Spike, are about the railroad. It was this that kept Canada out of the USA. What great vision, foresight, and courage was shown by the leaders, Canadian leaders of that time. The other books that I have, these 2 here, My Country and The Wild Frontier, are filled with stories, short stories that cover all of Canada. From the east, in Labrador, we have Dr. Grenfell, the missionary social activist that took on the establishment in St. John's. His mission was to improve the lives in the fishing villages, where your death did not stop your death in the country. It just passed on to the next generation. On the other extreme, both in geography and character, we have Brother 12, a diabolical monster that set up a cult just south of Nanaimo, near Sealand. Between these 2, there's a vast number of stories, like that of Sam Steele, the monkey, Billy Bishop, the World War I flying ace, and John Jewett, the young seaman that spent 2.5 years as a slave in the Nootka Nation. These books will give you an appreciation of Canada's past and an inventory of stories that you can use as a Toastmaster. Charles has done it. History reveals a country's past. Poetry reflects a society's soul. In this, I will argue that Robert Service is the premier Canadian poet. He too has a vast volume of work. I will touch on 2. The Shooting of Dan Blue describes the danger and rough and tumble of a frontier gold rush town. The sort of town Sam Steele, the monkey I mentioned, would ride into and rule with a firm yet fair fist. The cremation of Sam Steele I have been to that about, and I have started a fire on the mind. Those of you who are looking nonplussed, you need to read the poem to get the joke. I hope I have piqued your interest enough for you to at least Google service and burden. To close, earlier this year in May, I was in southern France, and while on a hike, I noticed drifting across the fields were these poppies. Of course, Madrid's own poppy market, where in Flanders fields poppies grow. What was a pretty sight turned into a solemn and moving experience. I was not anywhere near Flanders, yet it became such a powerful force for me. I thought of those young Canadian men who would not return from the Passion Day or any other battlefield of World War I, including the poet himself. To you all, read about Canada, eh? Mr. Toastmaster.